will be 3 years that I've not drank, and I can say that it has been the most incredible thing I've ever done, probably the most significant change I've ever made for myself. I genuinely feel much more content and much more happy in myself. I now, on reflection, think life used to take a bit of a roller coaster, so I would look forward to a drink on a Friday night, and the adrenaline and the excitement of that would then be followed by feeling sluggish on a Saturday morning and a Sunday, and you then reset and go back. And that roller coaster can be quite exhausting. My mood is much more level and my energy levels, and I really do feel like it's just generally made such an impact to my life. So I decided to stop drinking. It was about February 2022. We'd had Christmas and we'd had a big trip to Miami. And after that period of sort of a bit of excessive drinking, a bit of overindulgence with food over the Christmas period, I felt like I just felt really sluggish and I really wanted a reset. But it also coincided with me planning for a big operation. I was having a hysterectomy, and I'd also been doing an MBA at the time. I was probably 12 months into a 2-year MBA, and I was really finding it difficult to manage the time I needed for that with work, etc. So stopping drinking, I was hoping was going to give me some time back at the weekends to maybe get up early and start studying, and just really just live a little bit of a better lifestyle than I had done over the past few months. I was just conscious that I was probably a habitual sort of drinker. I looked forward to a Friday night, just that I always found myself feeling a little bit under the weather the next day. So with a job, I never wanted that. So I'd always been a Friday, Saturday night sort of social drinker. I'm also quite focused on my health and well-being. I love running, have run for lots and lots of years. And I would also find on a Monday morning, I'd feel dreadful if I'd had a drink over the weekend, and it would affect me. I'd never run at the weekend because I would have gone out on the Friday night and had some drinks, or the Saturday night. So I would never get up on a Saturday or a Sunday morning to go for a run because I wouldn't feel like that. Now, when I don't drink, I'm up before the household up at 6:30 on a Saturday morning, and I've done a run before anybody's even got out of bed. So it's significantly changed that for me. When I gave up, I actually, in the first instance, found it relatively easy. And I think that was because I had some significant motivators. I was preparing for the surgery, I was studying, so I had a goal to focus on. Some of the challenges were around sort of maybe starting to crave things like sugar. I definitely did get a sweeter tooth and have definitely eaten a lot more chocolate than I ever did. But my attitude to this is that actually, why not? I'm not drinking alcohol, I'm not spending money in that space, so I will let myself have those treats and not be too concerned about it. But for me now, I genuinely look forward to having a really nice treat of a piece of chocolate or some sort of sweet treat, and having a peppermint tea to go with it, and I'll get snuggled down in my pajamas and just actually enjoy the evening. When I did drink, I thought I needed a drink to have a good time, but that's not the case at all. I find now that actually when you do go out, there tends to be other people that actually don't drink as well. It's not as unusual as it once was. I find that when I've been out and had a great evening, it could be birthdays, weddings, etc., I've actually had a much better time. I've had conversations that are much clearer, much more meaningful. You don't sort of think the next day, oh goodness me, what did I say? Did I have a silly conversation? I actually wear a monitor to track my fitness, and I noticed that during the night it showed me really good quality of sleep. It actually showed me a better resting heart rate than I'd had previously, and I'm convinced that's all down to having better sleep, which was a result of not drinking. It really motivated me to actually continue to focus on my health and well-being, and that was much easier without drinking. And actually really being able to connect with your own emotions naturally. So really working through those things that you might have turned to a drink for have actually been much more beneficial. I feel calmer, I feel much more content, and I actually just feel like I'm able to manage myself and my own emotions in a much better way. If I was to give somebody advice about whether or not to stop drinking, I would say just go for it. The benefits that you'll get are almost immediate. And I think if anybody's even questioning it, then actually I think they're probably already halfway down the path. So just go for it, and you'll be really surprised at what you can do. And I wouldn't question anybody about the why. Everybody's got their own reasons behind it, which they might not want to share. So just genuinely support them and give them all of the help that they may need.